Can I have a straight conversation with you today? I have a lot of people that contact me about sugar cravings. Is that you? Does that describe you? Because I want to share with you today just some very open, honest, maybe at times a little bit blunt comments on what you're doing that's causing you to crave sugar. Because really what it comes down to at the very bottom of it is what you're doing the rest of the day in order to increase your sugar cravings. Yeah, and yeah, you're doing that. You're doing that to yourself. I've worked with thousands of clients in my private practice, even top athletes. Go ahead and Google Dwight Howard sugar addict or something along those lines. You'll see what an addict Dwight Howard was with his sugar cravings. It was bad. It was pretty bad. But we don't want you to be like that. And there's a way to get around that. So I'm going to have an open, honest conversation with you today. Grab a pen and a piece of paper, because this is information that people actually pay me money in order to give them. So where do we get started? First of all, it's early afternoon, right, in most of the US. And are you starting to get your sugar cravings right about now? Maybe you've already had them. Maybe you had them right before lunch, before it was time to eat. Maybe they're going to continue all the way until you go to sleep tonight. Well, here's the deal. I'm no mind reader. People think that I am, because I know that people get these sugar cravings in the afternoon and evening. And I know that when you're waking up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, it's not by chance. A lot of people wonder, how does she know I'm waking up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning? But that's when most people that have these issues will wake up. So let's go back to first thing in the morning when you wake up. So we're talking about eating something, eating or drinking, could be a smoothie, could be drinking something within about 45 minutes to an hour after you wake up. Please don't go any longer than that. It's not good for your body. Then when you're eating, and then after that, we want to make sure that we're consuming a nice clean protein source, complex carbohydrates, and throughout the day, vegetables. Vegetables are really key. If you're trying to lose weight, by the way, if you happen to be a person who's watching this and you're like, hey, I could lose, a few pounds, it's five servings of vegetables every day. That's half a cup of cooked vegetables or 1 cup raw. That's huge. Most people are not doing that. And let me tell you a little secret here, a little bonus tip, if you will. I have never met someone who's trying to lose weight that eats the appropriate amount of vegetables in a day. So there's a huge clue to you that if you're trying to lose weight in all of this, then we're trying to increase the vegetables. So let's go back to what you're eating. We want clean proteins, complex carbohydrates, not fast carbohydrates, which is white refined flour for the most part, and vegetables throughout the day. You're eating every 3 hours or so. Don't go longer than 4 hours without eating. And this will help you to decrease your sugar cravings later in the day. Why? Let me tell you the typical kind of schedule that people come to me with. Yeah, I wake up in the morning. I don't really have time to eat breakfast. I'm late for work. I'm always late for work. And I jump in my car and I might, if I have a chance, stop at Starbucks. And I get a latte and I go to work. And they have donuts there because somebody always brings in donuts. And I am really good. I don't give into those donuts until, about 10:30 or 11, they start calling me. And so I have 1 donut, just 1, because I'm being good. And usually this person, even if you do have breakfast, it might be a small breakfast or fast white refined carbohydrates, not your nice complex carbohydrates. And protein source, super important, protein. Then you're feeling kind of junky by midday. Maybe or maybe not making the healthiest choices for lunch, and everything goes downhill from there. So we really want to make healthier choices. And you know what? It just takes some planning. I'm so sorry, but it's gonna take some planning. That's the bad news. The good news is it's gonna be worth it. You're gonna feel a lot better. So by the end of the day, what's gonna happen is you're gonna look at the clock and you're gonna say, oh wow, like normally I would have a sugar craving right now. And you know what? M&M's sounds awesome. But you're not going to be dying for the M&Ms, and that's the huge difference. Then you'll be able to make a conscious choice and say, do I want the M&Ms or not? Now, what happens at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning? How do I know you're waking up at that time of night if you're not eating healthy? Because your body's not stupid. Your body knows that it's lacking good nutrition. So I highly recommend that you follow some of these tips. I am always taking new clients. You can contact me. I do Skype and FaceTime in case you're not in my local area. But if you want someone that you can talk to, a registered dietitian in your area face to face, then go to eatright.org. And there is a search for Find a Dietitian, and you can find a dietitian in your area. Make sure that they're a registered dietitian, and that's what you'll find on that website, because they are the most credible source of nutrition information. I hope this helped a little bit. Be sure to keep tuning in. I'll have lots of other topics to talk about, and be sure to send me some of the topics that you'd like me to discuss, because actually someone asked me to discuss this one. So I'm listening, and I'll see you soon.